Hi, is anyone home? Because Scott Lang is getting really big this time. Hold your ants, because the MCU just dished some Quantumania news. Gone are the days when nobody recognized our precious Ant-Man. This time, his third movie will take center stage in Phase 5. Yes, the previous two films of the series were kinda like snacks, but now it's time for the main course. So let's dive right into the feast. First up, the true main character, the heroic rat. Can you believe it's been 7 years since we were first introduced to Scott Lang? The debut of MCU's greatest magician was a light-hearted action film. It was good, but not the most memorable. Then, his second movie officially introduced us to his buggy counterpart and Lady Love the Wasp. They were all a meet-the-family affair. You'd agree that in both movies, the highlight, apart from Scott, was Lewis and his hilarious narrations. But his ramblings were the only thing catching us up with the main timeline events. Otherwise, the movies didn't offer much for the MCU saga until Avengers Endgame. This was Lang's true time to shine because he gave the time heist idea. Of course, the real hero was the rat that rescued him. Without him, the goofy main guy would still be stuck in the quantum realm. We'd have no way to bring everyone back. So thank you, Sir Rat, for your services. You're the most heroic Avenger of all. Still, Endgame was ultimately a group effort. No one superhero can take the limelight, but Scott Lang's days in the shadows are finally over. This time, he'll lead the charge in Quantumania as the first Avenger to face the next Thanos. Following with, King the Conqueror is the next reigning villain. Yes, Thanos was great and all, but he's no match for his successor. Hiding in the shadows even before him, Kang has been waiting to wage an even bigger war. Oh, you thought wiping half the population was rough. Kang wants to take over not one, but all timelines. Thanos was a mere insect before him, eyeing just one universe. Kang the Conqueror is a multiversal devil. Wait, don't confuse him with the soft Loki version. He who remains in the Disney Plus series was the softest Kang variant, and probably the only one with good intentions. Now, his death opens doors for his darkest doppelganger wishing to rule over time, Kang the Conqueror. Ant-Man Quantumania will be his debut movie, and the cuddly Jonathan Majors is heading over to the dark side. We don't know much about the movie's events, but we know it'll have serious repercussions, much like how the Loki season, No Way Home, and Multiverse of Madness opened multiple realities for us. We are naming all three because we still don't know who the culprit was. If you're wondering how we know this, the Quantumania director himself gave us the news. Of course, Peyton Reed didn't provide us with movie specifics, but he's pretty hyped for Ant-Man 3. At San Diego Comic-Con, he said the threequel would permanently change the MCU, and what's more exciting, the underrated Ant-Man is smack in the middle of it. Apparently, he'll be stuck in the quantum realm again and come face to face with the next baddie. Moving on, Kang's not the only villain for Phase 5. Hear this, the third movie is offering another bad apple. He'll be new to our screens, but has been in the comics since 1967. Folks, meet MODOK, the mental mobile mechanized organism designed only for killing. Phew, that's a mouthful. Let's stick to the abbreviation. MODOK first appeared in the Tales of Suspense number 94 Marvel Comics. He was a human until his mad scientist ways turned him into a mutated entity. Picture a Hulk Frankenstein monster hybrid. The comic showed him with a stunted body and an overly large head. Megamind has nothing on MODOK, but according to what we've heard, Quantumania has made this baddie completely robotic. He's being compared to the computerized Zola we saw in Captain America and the Winter Soldier. This news hasn't been pleasing fans, but we haven't seen him yet. We've only heard it through the grapevine. What's more, we have heard is some whispers of MODOK's identity in the movie. Officially, we know Jonathan Majors is Kang, but we don't know who's voicing the other no-gooder. If we trust the rumors, apparently, Yellow Jacket is making a comeback as the evil robot. The last we saw him was being sucked into the quantum realm, perishing for good, or so we thought. We know Jan Van Dyne survived the realm, so why not Darren Cross? Maybe he suffered more than the OG Wasp and became disfigured, but again, it's just some tittle-tattle. Ultimately, the antagonists solidified the importance of Ant-Man 3 in the bigger universe, or the multiverse to be more accurate, and now, Quantumania will be another big team-up movie. The big boss, Kevin Feige, has also been teasing us ruthlessly with future movies like Avenger, The Kang Dynasty, Fantastic Four, and Captain America, The New World Order. The smug mastermind will be the death of us. In his latest serves, he said Quantumania is another mega team-up movie. That means we might meet our favorites or their anti-hero variants. We've already seen what Feige is capable of regarding variants. Captain Carter, Sinister Strange, and Maria Rambeau's Captain Marvel were just a few examples. Lord knows how many more cards he has up his sleeves. Another curious gossip swirling is the introduction of Young Avengers. Hawkeye's Kate Bishop, Black Widow's Yelena, Ms. Marvel, and Ironheart are the latest young characters joining the MCU. What's more, Ant-Man Quantumania will make a superhero out of Cassie Lang. So is the team-up Kevin talking about Young Avengers or multiversal variants? Man, only the movie can confirm all this. The big boss further said that the threequel would lay the groundwork for the two Avengers movies in Phase 5. Thanks to Comic-Con's revelation, we're so hyped that we just can't wait anymore. anymore. In other related news, first, Cassie has a comic-accurate costume. Speaking of Cassie as a young Avenger, she's all grown up and ready to join her father on Universal missions. Living the 5 years of the blip, she's an adult, while Scott Lang and others are still the same. The new poster for Ant-Man 3 shows Catherine Newton as Cassie Lang, joined by Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly's costume-clad characters. You can also make out Kang the Conqueror shadowing over them in the foreboding blue background. But let's focus on the new superhero. Eagle-eyed fans quickly noted her costume's remarkable accuracy to comics. In the pages, the little ant has had many names like Stature, Ant Girl, and Giant Girl, but this purple and black costume heavily leans toward her Stinger alter ego. She also has a quantum helmet, much like her dad and his lover. In the movie, Cassie will be 18 years old, and sources tell us Scott will have difficulty catching up to his daughter. Previously, Cassie Lang was played by Emma Fuhrman in Endgame. Now, Ant-Man 3 will be the first stint of Catherine Newton as Stinger, so we're waiting to see what the new actress has in store for us. Next up, we'll see some changes in Hope too. The wind change will affect the Wasp too, or so does Evangeline Lilly say. Recently, the cast has been pretty active in promotions. During various interviews, Lilly has reflected on her character's journey and future. According to The Star, the first movie introduced her human role. The second solidified her powerful personality and showed us her superhero side. The upcoming third one will display her vulnerabilities. She has further elaborated that previous movies never showed her in doubt. She always had an answer, and we didn't see her stumble anywhere. This one will challenge her and shake her roots. The actress even compared her character to the Grinch. Previously, she was bitter, but Scott's partnership has warmed her up. That means she feels more and would probably be more fragile. Obviously, showing vulnerabilities is hella important too. You can just convey that girl bosses don't stumble. Evangeline loves that by seeing her character make mistakes, little girls can know it's okay. You can fall, cry, and then get right back up. For Lilly, this is what heroism is, and we couldn't agree more. Just like Quantumania has big plans for Ant-Man, it also has for the Wasp. Seeing her in a more prominent role would be interesting for sure. Ending with some sweet details, we've got a peek at the Hush Hush Quantumania trailer. We saved the best for last. Did you know San Diego's Comic-Con previewed a teaser trailer for Quantumania? A small audience was lucky enough to view it. Sadly, it's not being released to the public yet, but we still heard about it. Apparently, following his successful world-saving mission, Scott's finally popular. He has even released an autobiography, but his daughter is not impressed. While we see family dynamics, Kang's ominous voice is heard commenting on Ant-Man. Then the trailer dives straight into the realm in question as Scott and co are sucked into it. There, we finally meet Kang with a spine-chilling comment on Lang being an Avenger. Have I killed you before? We also meet Bill Murray's character and get a blink-and-miss view of MODOK. The rest of the trailer is filled with emotional family scenes and throwbacks, and that's all we have. Quantumania is dropping on February 17, 2023, and we've already cleared our schedule. Phase 5, please come sooner. That's a wrap. Are you excited for Ant-Man's blaze of glory? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.